7 reasons why you keep waking up at night. 1 minute you're sleeping like a baby, and the next you've jolted right awake. Sound familiar? It's common amongst adults to wake up in the middle of the night, whether that be at specific times or at random intervals. But it's when you struggle to get back to sleep that this becomes a real problem. So what's keeping you awake? In this video, we're looking at 7 reasons you keep waking up at night so you can sleep better. Our reasons range from mild things that can be solved easily to more complex problems like health conditions that you'll need to start addressing. Only you will know which symptoms match your situation, so stay tuned, and if ever in doubt, go see your doctor for a proper diagnosis. 1. Eating too much or too little before bed. When you eat too big a meal before bed, it can cause issues with falling asleep and staying asleep. One reason for this is that some people suffer from conditions like gassy stomach or acid reflux. Acid reflux is when acid moves up your throat and can cause painful throat burn and heartburn. Gassiness and stomach pains are also associated with big meals before sleeping due to your stomach not having enough time to digest before bed. On the other hand, not eating enough can leave you with a growling, cramped stomach that can keep you awake. Going without eating for too long can cause a drop in blood sugar, which induces shaking, confusion, and weakness. This is more likely in people who have diabetes, so be sure to consult with your doctor on treatment if you have issues with keeping your blood sugars stable. Either way, if you suffer from stomach issues at night, try adjusting when you eat before you go to bed. 2. Too much blue light. Spending time on our phones right before bed can have a negative impact on our sleep. Not only does it fill our minds with clutter that can make it harder to relax, but the blue light of the screen itself can cause issues with our sleep hormones. Have you ever used the yellow light option on your phone? That's there to protect your eyes from the blue light that comes standard with phone screens. Our eyes interpret blue light as daylight, which causes melatonin production to drop. Melatonin is the hormone that causes us to get drowsy. It's responsible for getting us into bed. Try turning on the yellow light option if you like to use your phone in bed. If this doesn't help, try avoiding phones for at least half an hour before you go to sleep. Reducing our technology use before bedtime has been shown to have a positive effect on sleep. The less cluttered your mind is before bed, the more likely you'll fall right back asleep if you happen to jolt awake. 3. Overthinking and anxiety. If you find yourself stuck in bed thinking about all your problems and worries, then you may suffer from anxiety. Not all forms of nighttime anxiety are serious. We all deal with fears and worries of the things we might have to face tomorrow. But it's when we can't let go of those worries that they become a real issue. People with anxiety find themselves struggling to fall asleep, and when they finally do, they wake up again with the same stressful thoughts. Not only that, but anxiety has far-reaching effects on our lives as a whole. For those with an active mind clouded with worries, try meditating before bed. Meditating doesn't have to be a spiritual process if you don't want it to be. It's more a way of relaxing and calming your thought process. The idea is to turn off your mind. Find a comfortable spot in bed. Focus on your breathing and direct your focus back to it whenever your mind wanders. If any anxious thoughts pop into your mind, just watch them come and go. Try to accept them for what they are. They're just thoughts. No matter what your worries are, right here and now, the best thing you can do is sleep. Remind yourself that you're in bed and that you're safe. From there, focus on relaxation and the calmness of your body as you drift off to sleep. Try imagining things that please you. Create relaxing daydreams. Imagine someplace that feels great, like a beach or a field. And just allow yourself to take as long as you need to drift off to sleep. If this process doesn't come naturally, you can find guided meditations online that can help. With a more relaxed mind, should you wake up in the middle of the night, you'll find it easier to get back to sleep. If you have more serious forms of anxiety though, you may need to seek treatment. A mental health professional will be able to diagnose and provide solutions, which may have a positive effect on your sleep. Anxiety is a very real condition that many people deal with. There is no shame in seeking help when you need it. With the right help, you should be able to get some relief, which will directly affect your sleep for the better. 4. Random sleep schedules. When you go to bed at random times, your body can struggle with its internal clock. Our bodies have an internal rhythm called the circadian rhythm. It's responsible for our sleep-wake cycle. When we go to sleep and wake up at different times, our circadian rhythm can get confused. The best way to handle this is to get more organized. Create a reliable sleep schedule. Go to bed and wake up at the same time each day. If you struggle with being consistent, aim for a general time within an hour. You may find that when your circadian rhythm comes back into working order, so will your sleep as a whole. 5. Your sleep environment. Where you sleep has an impact on how you sleep. If your room is too hot or cold, you'll find yourself waking up in discomfort. Furthermore, a room that is too noisy or bright can cause you to startle awake. Things like car lights passing by the window or a party next door can be an issue. If this is the case, try getting some heavier curtains or look into earplugs for the noise. Some people find it easier to sleep with an overnight face mask to keep out the light. A fan or white noise generator can also create a pleasant background noise that cuts sharper distractions. Whatever your preference, know that your bedroom is important to your sleep. Try to get it in order to minimize the chances of being woken up by outside factors. 6. Sleep apnea. For those who jolt awake gasping for air, sleep apnea may be the cause. Sleep apnea is a health condition that comes in two forms, both of which affect sleep quality and cause you to stop breathing at night. Obstructive sleep apnea is caused by too much weight on the chest, which narrows your airway so that you struggle to breathe after you've fallen asleep. This can also occur when your muscles relax too much on their own, something that can't be consciously controlled. Central sleep apnea, the other type, occurs when your brain doesn't send the proper signals to your muscles responsible for breathing. Both types of sleep apnea cause a dangerous drop in oxygen over the night. This can cause a host of physical and mental problems. If you find yourself aching, exhausted, and sleepy during the day, consult a doctor. If your partner tells you that you're a loud snorer, this is another sign of potential sleep apnea. In order to get a diagnosis, you'll need to get an overnight sleep study. These are not always comfortable, but the negative effects of sleep apnea are far worse. Treatment usually involves sleeping with a continuous positive airway pressure machine, known as a CPAP machine. The CPAP machine is a breathing mask and tube you wear at night that keeps your airway open with higher pressure oxygen. Keep in mind there may be alternatives, such as oral inserts that can adjust the shape of your mouth at night. Losing weight can also significantly improve the condition for some people. Sleep apnea isn't a condition that should be ignored, as it's associated with all kinds of health problems. Most common is an increase in heart attacks and strokes, as your body isn't resting properly at night. The lack of oxygen flow can kill cells and leave you feeling like you didn't sleep. In fact, sleep apnea will be waking you up throughout the night so many times that you probably aren't even sleeping much at all. The exhaustion that comes from this can also cause anxiety and depression. This causes a loop of weight gain, exhaustion, brain fog, and self-esteem issues that can be tough to manage. Many people watching this video won't have sleep apnea, but due to how serious it can be, we made sure to include it. If you suspect you have sleep apnea, go see your doctor for a diagnosis. Treatment may be able to turn not only your sleep around for the better, but your life as a whole. 7. Alcohol and caffeine. Our last tip is one that seems obvious, but is often overlooked. Alcohol, energy drinks, and coffee all have their uses. But if you suffer from waking up at night, then it's best to avoid them before bed. Alcohol can give you a buzz that may disrupt your ability to go to sleep and stay asleep. Caffeine, on the other hand, can stay in your system for as long as 6 hours. These drinks affect everyone differently, so you could try going a week without them to see if it makes a difference. If you find they're affecting your sleep, try cutting them out before the evening. Moderation is key. If you rely on them to keep you going, then try reducing the amount you drink until you're more comfortable. As much as they can be useful, a good night's sleep is the most important thing for keeping sharp during the day. Ultimately, there could be a host of reasons for waking up at night. We've gone over a few things you could try to improve your sleep quality. You may be eating too much or too little before bed, as well as consuming too much caffeine. Too much blue light from your phone or TV screens can affect melatonin production. Overthinking and anxiety tend to keep the mind too busy to fall asleep. Your sleeping environment and sleep schedule both play a part too. And then you may have a more serious sleep disorder, like sleep apnea. We've said it a few times throughout this video, but if you're unsure, it's best to consult a doctor or a sleep specialist. This is also sound advice if none of the things on our list apply to you. In that case, you may need more professional help in finding the cause and prescribing a solution. But hopefully you can use these tips so that you not only fall asleep better, but you stay asleep. So, is there anything you think we missed? Leave us a comment below and let us know. If you want to learn more about general sleep quality, check out our video on getting a better night's sleep for more tips. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and as usual, thanks for watching.